The most important ability a person can have is the ability to focus on their strengths. Because strengths are the fastest path to success, the core leverage that builds careers and shapes destinies. As management expert Peter Drucker once said, the task is not to change weaknesses into strengths, but to concentrate on developing strengths to the point where the weakness becomes irrelevant. In this fiercely competitive era, we're often taught to become well-rounded individuals. So we scramble to fix our shortcomings, terrified of falling behind in any dimension. But the truth is, no one can be good at everything, and no one becomes more successful just because they have one less flaw. On the contrary, what truly sets you apart has never been the absence of weaknesses, it's possessing a strength so undeniable that others simply cannot ignore it. Just like Michael Jordan didn't abandon slam dunks because his jump shot wasn't perfect, and Jack Ma didn't give up on public speaking and strategic thinking just because he wasn't a tech expert. They understood this. Instead of wasting time patching up areas where you can barely pass, it's far wiser to pour your energy into what you're naturally good at, and do it exceptionally well. Of course, critical weaknesses that could ruin you must be addressed, but ordinary weaknesses can be ignored or offset through collaboration. If you're an outstanding designer, but poor at communication, partner with someone who excels at expression. If you're a brilliant programmer, but struggle with copywriting, bring in a talented writer to complement you. Everyone's time and energy are limited. Chasing perfection everywhere only leads to mediocrity. In today's world, it's often said, don't aim to be a generalist, aim to be a specialist. Smart people understand one fundamental truth. Strength is leverage. Weakness is just friction. When you maximize your strength, it creates a compounding effect powerful enough to overshadow and neutralize several ordinary weaknesses. For example, a person with extraordinary writing skills, even with average social skills, can still influence millions through their words. A top-tier salesperson, even with limited management experience, can lead a team to create miracles. So instead of anxiously staring at your weaknesses, focus on honing your strengths. Your strengths are your real moat, your competitive fortress. Sadly though, many people do the opposite. They obsess over their flaws, afraid of being exposed, afraid of failing. The more they try to fix them, the more exhausted and lost they become. It's like a sprinter who insists on practicing the long jump every day. In the end, achieving neither speed nor height. Even worse, this obsession with fixing weaknesses often causes people to miss out on building their core competitive advantage. As the wisdom goes, focus on what you are best at, and become truly great at it. That's how you become irreplaceable. So, how do you identify and focus on your strengths? Step 1. Self-awareness. Know clearly which activities feel effortless, exciting, and energizing for you. Which skills do you pick up quickly and use with ease? Those are your potential strengths. Step 2. Relentless investment. Once you've identified your strength, keep investing in it like a long-term asset. Even if others question you, even if circumstances aren't favorable, stay the course. Step 3. Build influence. A strength only becomes a competitive edge when it's seen, recognized, and applied. Find platforms where you can showcase your strengths and amplify your value. When you begin focusing on your strengths, you'll notice you'll become more confident, clearer in direction, sharper in your goals, and more efficient in your actions. You'll stop comparing yourself aimlessly, stop feeling anxious and defeated, because you've found your own path. You don't need to be a jack of all trades in the eyes of the world. You just need to be an undisputed master in one specific domain. The world is full of people with high average scores. What it lacks is those with one outstanding, defining ability. As Lei Jun, founder of Xiaomi, famously said, "When the wind of change blows, even pigs can fly, but first, you have to be a pig." In other words, even when opportunity arrives, you must have the ability to soar. And that ability comes from your one-of-a-kind strength. So let go of your fixation on weaknesses and shift your focus back to your strengths. Ask yourself, what am I truly good at? What gives me the deepest sense of accomplishment? Is it possible for me to take this to the highest level? If the answer is clear, then stop hesitating and act immediately. Remember this, you don't win the world by eliminating your weaknesses, but by amplifying your strengths. When you push your strengths to the extreme, you'll realize those weaknesses you once obsessed over no longer matter. The road you seek lies exactly in the direction of your greatest strength.